and the river runs through, and history mingles with everything new. And this is my town. It's good to be home here. The people who live here are part of my life, and I don't believe that the grass could be greener on any other ground. This is my town.
Thank you, Frank. Agus fáilte roimh go léir a rís go baile á Trim agus Matt and Michael. You're all very welcome to Trim. And first of all, congratulations to Trim hurlers. The minor team and the senior hurling team won the Meath Championship last weekend. Congratulations. This week we have the usual mix of poetry and songs. And we'll start off with Matt.
I think it's time for a lively song. Don't you think so, yeah? Lively and light-hearted. And I found such a song, and I hope you'll enjoy this one. When it came to mind, I first thought of Mary Ann. Now, it's a while since I was in contact with Mary Ann, but I think this is the type of song she would like. And when I was at it then, I began to think of other names, but I can't depend on my brain, my memory. So I have to jot them down and jot names down. And then problem number 2 is when I write the names down, sure I can't read them after writing. So it has to be very big type. There's Margaret and Lynn and Marie and John and Angela and Jacinta. Jacinta will know who she is, I think. And Breda and Eamon and Bridget and Patricia. Carolina is in Poland. And Sheila and Frankie. Now I reached Frankie through his daughter Sheila. Janina is in Poland, and I mustn't forget her husband Leszek, and children Susanna, Yashio and Nell. And now Christy. Christy is in Scotland. And I heard only today that poor Christy is not too well. He's in hospital. And he's in a bit of pain. And I hope that his son John can play this for him somehow. It might help to cheer him up a little bit until we meet each other again. Please God, whenever that day happens. So if you don't have a partner to dance around the floor, you get the sweeping brush. Anyway, enjoy. He lived all alone up in County Tyrone. He owned 40 acres with cattle. As he struggled through life with no child or no wife, life sure was one hell of a battle. So he thought he would go to our matchmaker Joe and ask about Mary McKenna. When he heard she got wed, the matchmaker said, "There's plenty of fires in Fermanagh." Oh, he loves Anna from the county Fermanagh, and I love Tony as well. As I drove up and down, doing laps of the town, they were madly in love, you could tell. On the day they got wed, the preacher, he said, "You take her to love and to honour. Sure, I'd swim every lake," only said, "for her sake, and there's plenty of lakes in Fermanagh." Well, first there was Sue, she came from Belcoo. He thought it was Sue he might marry, but her father Dan disapproved of the plan, so Owen left Belcoo in a hurry. There was Maggie McPeak, who came from Balleek. He thought he would dance her and whine her, but at disco one night he got such a fright, her false teeth fell out on the china. Oh, he loves Anna from the county Fermanagh, and Anna loves Oni as well. As I drove up and down, doing laps of the town, they were madly in love, you could tell. On the day they got wed, the preacher, he said, you take her to love and to honor. Sure, swim every lake, only said for her sake, and there's plenty of lakes in Fermanagh. On the day he met Anne in her little white van, he stood in the street all alone. It was in Enniskillen, she said she was willing to marry this man from Tyrone. Now they both have a son, and his name is John. The girls are called Maeve and Alana. And old Joe was right when he told them that night that he'd meet his sweetheart in Fermanagh. Oh, he loves Anna from the county Fermanagh. Sure, Anna loves Oni as well. As they drove up and down, doing laps of the town, they were madly in love, you could tell. On the day they got well, the preacher, he said, he'd take her to love and to honor. Sure, swim every lake, only said for her sake, and there's plenty of lakes in Fermanagh. There's plenty of lakes in Fermanagh.
Here is a poem called October, about that month and about autumn, by the Monaghan poet Patrick Kavanagh. It reflects on the feeling of time passing, and the poet remembers how he felt even when young during autumn. October. O leafy yellowness, you create for me a world that was and now is poised above time. I do not need to puzzle out eternity as I walk the arboreal street on the edge of a town. The breeze too, even the temperature and pattern of movement is precisely the same as broke my heart for youth passing. Now I am sure of something. Something will be mine wherever I am. I want to throw myself on the public street without caring for anything but the prayering that the earth offers. It is October over all my life, and the light is staring, as it caught me once in a plantation by the fox coverts. A man is ploughing the ground for winter wheat, and my 19 years weigh heavily on my feet.
Neve, when you're finished that, get out the napkins, will you, Pat?
Shall I fetch them then, Mum?
Okay, love. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Dad, Richard! This is your place, Richard.
Thanks.
I made something traditional for your first night. Roast Irish lamb.
Oh, Moran, this is awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
Just so long as you like it.
I guess this is a family tradition?
Well, I did pick up a few tips from my mother.
Bisto puts the into a meal.
And now fasten your seatbelts for a quick trip through some streets of Trim, courtesy of Blackfriary Archaeology Field School. Here we go. This is a poem of mine, written as a result of some days driving through rural England and thinking, what would my father say if he was sitting beside me as he looked out at the fields and the animals and the farms? Driving through Shropshire. I miss him. In the passenger seat he occupied only on essential journeys. To see his father, to attend last mass, to save turf or pick potatoes. He'd enjoy this jaunt, query the breed of sheep, the cost of fodder, if they cut silage or hay, if the field held wheat or barley. He'd spot a cottage in the distance up a winding roadway on a patch of poorer land in the shelter of a mountain, close by a river, and quiet then. I'd know he was fixing fences, planning oat and potato patches, a lambing shed in the far field, a pen higher up where he'd smit mark his flock, check for foot rot and maggots. Then, as we near a motorway, he'd return from a small and perfect holding to advise care. You never know what's coming.
I saw you on the street today and you tried so hard to hide. I was lying at your feet today, but you didn't blink an eye. I didn't want a fortune, I was happy with loose change. I know that I look desperate, and I'm sorry I look strange. And yes, it's true, I drink the poet's wine, but I have held the greatest banquet of all time, of all time. I am the left, I am the right, I am the day, I am the night, I am the holy chalice, I am the blessed wine. I am the truth, I am the light, I am the love that cannot die. And when you choose to see me with both eyes, soon enough you will come to realize I am everything, and I have always been. You'll find me in the youngest child, I'm in the oldest man. I am the voice inside your head that lets you know you can become the greatest vision that you have ever seen. Nothing is so difficult as first it seems, so set your heart on what you'd like to see. For simply as you think it, so shall it be, so shall it be. I am the left, I am the right, I am the day, I am the night, I am the holy chalice, I am the blessed wine. I am the truth, I am the light, I am the love that cannot die. And when you choose to see me with both eyes, soon enough you will come to realize I am everything, and I have always been. So here's the invitation, come step into your life. And the complication and choose the endless sight. For I am the left, I am the right, I am the day, I am the night, I am the holy chalice, I am the blessed wine. I am the truth, I am the light, I am the love that cannot die. And when you choose to see me with both eyes, soon enough you will come to realize I am everything, and I have always been. Yes, I am everything, and I have always been.
Not so very long ago, Facebook resurrected a video that I recorded here just 2 years ago. It's a song called The Old Ivy Cottage Near Trim. It was very popularly received. I sang it a cappella at the time. In fact, I had no musical accompaniment. That's the only reason I sang it that way. But I've since received musical accompaniment from my good friend David. And the air is the Teddy O'Neill, which is a beautiful air in itself. And I think it's a pity not to have a go to sing the song with the musical accompaniment. So I hope you will like it equally well. I'm lonely tonight, my poor heart is breaking, to think I must roam from my once happy home, and long ere the green veils at morning awaken, far away from the dear ones in trim, I must roam, dear home of my childhood, wherever I wander, though my life's cup with sadness be filled to the brim. In darkness or sorrow, my heart shall grow fonder, and cling to that old ivied cottage near Trim. Oh, never again over Porchy's green meadows shall I roam with my Colleen so fair by my side, where King John's hoary castle throws forth its broad shadows and darkens the sheen on the Boyne's silvery tide. When at last my poor sad heart in deathless devotion, when at last I am sleeping in death cold and grim, shall my soul wing its flight o'er the broad bounding ocean, way back to that old ivied cottage near Trim. Now fill up your glasses, my lads and my lasses. Fill them right up till they flow to the brim. Where'er you'd be toasting green Erin forever, and toast to that old ivied cottage near Trim. Now fill up your glasses, my lads and my lasses. Fill them all up till they flow to the brim. Where'er you'd be toasting green Erin forever, and toast to that old ivied cottage near Trim.
Thank you, Matt. And that's all for this fortnight. Congratulations to Trim senior hurlers who won the Meath Championship recently, and to the minor hurlers who also won the Meath Championship. We'll have another Matt and Michael for you in 2 weeks' time. In the meantime, if you want to keep updated, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Matt and Michael Lockdown. In the meantime, take care. God bless.